Hello, welcome back to Aviassembly. So I've been thinking for a while, there haven't really been any updates. I've been trying to think of something to do on here. And I've got a couple missions left that just need something really quick to deliver. And I also wanted to try making some sort of VTOL aircraft. So I'm thinking I'll try and do both at the same time and see if that'll happen. I don't know if I need that really, but we'll grab it. Um, yeah, we'll leave it at that for now, I think. I don't think I need the rocket engine really. You know, let's grab those two. We could always make drop-off fuel tanks. Alright, so our carrying capacity isn't going to need to be huge, but we're going to want something fast. So we'll go with this cockpit. That should have the least amount of drag out of all of them, hopefully. Alright, and then we'll do our normal 3 fuselage sections. Okay, now capacity. I suppose we can try and go for 200. Let's see if we can't. Not all the way, we just want to do. Yeah, we'll do a little bit smaller. We'll hold off on that for now. And then we'll stick this second one on here. And then, hmm, how many engines do we need? Probably not a lot. I really don't want them inside the wings either, so this could turn out to be a little interesting. Let me see what my engine options are. Thinking maybe we'll go with the turbojets. Those will probably work the best. So actually, let's stretch this one out to 3. And we'll just, oh, I kind of want to square up the sides in those a little bit for those joints, but that's going to create a problem with drag. So let's check out, where did they go in here? All right, so we've got rotation joints, yeah, and then wings. Probably go with the delta wing. Which one, big or small? Probably big. Let's see where our center of gravity is right now. Alright, and then, hmm, how am I gonna do this? Hmm, because I was thinking I could do a rotor aircraft with the electric engines, but I doubt I'm gonna be able to get the speed I need with that. And really, yeah, kind of not very VTOL and speed tend not to go together. Maybe that's a good reason to do it. Let's just do something weird. Stick some rotation joints on there. Move those in. And then what we'll do is we'll stick our engines on those. Okay. Man, it just seems like to get a really stable takeoff, we're gonna need more than that. too far in. Right about there. You know what? If we're gonna make this fast, let's just make it really fast. Sorry about that background noise. It's a bit hot out, so I've got the door open. And apparently I'm going brain dead. I can't speak properly, so get on there. Alright, now what if I were to, let's see, if I attach the wings to those, the wings are obviously going to rotate with them. I could maybe do another set of rotation joints on them and have them bound opposite. That way, if they're bound opposite, they'll counter rotate with the ones that are in here. I just need to make sure and get them as close as possible to being lined up, which obviously proves a bit difficult, but we will get there. Just a tad more that way. That should be good enough. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, so what we want, what is this, T and Y? Are these ones the same? Yes. I don't really like that. Let's do R and F. And then these ones we will do backwards. And they should counter rotate. And then we will put two more up here. Alright. Alright, just double check. I've got that one F and then R. And then this one will be the same. And then we'll grab our... I am just blind when it comes to this stuff. There it is, the chunky delta wings. Do we want 4 of those, or do we want... Actually, you know what? Let's go 2 small ones on the front. Alright. Starting to look a little crazy. Let's get our tail shaped a bit. Not quite that high. There you go. And then we'll just stretch you out a bit more. There, we'll put a decoration on the back for fun. Alright, so we'll use canards on the sides. There for our, you know what? We probably don't need those with the ones on the back. So let's just try this. Alright, and then we need our gears, which we don't need huge ones. I wonder if I can get away with just doing it like this. Is that centered? That's got to be centered. Right? Right. just keep telling myself that. Move that up. About there. Alright. Then we need fuel tanks. Now we can put them internally. Or we can put these decouplers in here. Now, are these bound to a key? Yes. Okay, so we're using F and R for those. So we'll use... no, we'll deal with that later. I was thinking to have decoupling fuel tanks, but then I realized it's going to be difficult to see when they're actually empty. So I'll just grab a couple of these and stick them on here. No clue how much I'm going to need, so we'll go with that. All right, anything else? Ah, yes. Probably want some air brakes. This is going to be fast. And actually, you know what? Let's take that off. And we'll put a parachute on the back. We're carrying sensitive cargo. All right. Then this, we need to move forward a bit. All right, that looks really stupid and has no capacity. Let's see what it'll do. All right, yep. Okay, so I missed one of them. The front left. F and R, that's correct. Yes, okay. Oh, okay, that's one other thing. I just realized it attached these back wheels to the first set of rotator joints, so it was rotating my wheels when I tried to rotate the wings. So let's just get... You know, I should be able to put these on these wings because they shouldn't actually be rotating really, so there we go. Let's try now. All right. Yeah. Oh, that is way too much power. Okay, so I'm going to need to edit the engines. Cut their thrust some. Or just be very careful. Okay, we'll just fly upside down for a while. Is that okay? Okay, so definitely going to take some practice, but it is fast. Very fast. Although I have a feeling speed in VTOL isn't really something that's made for working very well together. So what we will do is we will try and come to a stop. Yeah, so we can actually make this work. It's just all about throttle control, really. Now the VTOL landing is a different story. That's definitely something that's going to take some practice. So anyways, let's see what we need to do up in this area anyways. They need 5 chemicals. That is definitely something we can do. I suppose we can do a traditional takeoff too. Yep, I am not very good at the whole VTOL thing because I am just ignoring it, apparently. Let's try and not. Wait, that's right. Let's do like a Harrier and use my rudder to steer. No, no, no. Too much power. Oh, not enough. Too much. Well, it is definitely a challenge flying something like this. I don't think I'm going to be able to do a speed mission like that, but... Oh, wrong way. And here we go. Wow, I exploded in the air? That's the first time I've seen that happen. Alright, so I guess what we'll do is we'll just go pick this stuff up. So maybe VTOL will actually be quicker for taking off. Maybe that's what I'll use it for, and then I'll land kind of traditionally. So I'm going to be taking this stuff all the way down there, so that's about the right direction. So let's get our... I think I need to reverse those keys. I keep getting myself confused. Get our engines oriented. We want to be slightly forward so we don't just blast off backwards. And how many syringes or chemicals? 5 chemicals, all right. Okay, yeah, that's definitely not working. I need to not rush as much. And I can also not carry all the ones that I need to carry, but that's okay. Okay, so maybe we'll go for a semi-VTOL takeoff here. Yeah, that slows me down a bit, but I have a very fast jet, so it shouldn't really matter. And I'm not going to be able to land it in time, am I? Oh, you bastard. I almost managed to work that out. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely something that is going to take a bit of work. All right, so I guess we'll go back and try it again. Oh, I should just rebuild this so it has less power, because that's the main issue right now, is it's just way too much power for these short trips. That was a nice landing. This is about the stupidest thing I've ever built, I think. Oh, didn't want to take off yet. Whoa, that has some serious reverse speed to it. Okay, that worked pretty well. 2 more chemicals, alright. I imagine oops, there's a wall there. I guess the one nice thing about this is that it's versatile, like it can do either, so I suppose there is that. I also need to search around the map for scrap. Man, I really need to stop going quite so fast. So I'm thinking maybe I'll make something electric for that and just cruise around the map looking for scrap. Okay. How many more did they need? They needed 2 more. Don't hit the building. Close. Alright, so we managed to pull it off. Barely. Alright. So, there are a couple others that need to be done. They need syringes and fish. So I guess we'll go get their syringes. Well, I suppose reverse thrust when your engines are pointing at the ground is good for stopping you. You just kind of stick to the ground. Needed to turn around. That's what I was trying to do, but this thing's too fast. No, just sit. Stop. Okay, chill. Now, how many did we need? 3. Okay, now I don't want to hurry too much because I've got time. This thing's really fast and these are really fragile, so question is, can I land them soft enough? I can. Awesome. Sweet. Lots of money. Alright. And what else? We need fish. That's a fairly long flight, but we can do it. Let's try this again. There we go. Yeah, it's very finicky, but it does work. Yeah, this thing's so light with so much power it can fly with almost no throttle. But we got a long ways to go, so let's get there. Oop. A little too supersonic for this plane, I guess. For the Delta Wings, anyways. Maybe I'll just make a rocket with no wings. Alright. Well, I just delivered that last bit of fish, but OBS decided it didn't want to record that last little bit, so there's some crazy plane instead. Yeah, so that was the last thing we needed to do, really, until they update the game. So, still pretty cool. Yeah, so I'll see you again when they update it, or if I think of something else cool to do. Until then, take care, be safe, and I'll see you next time.